Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the J22 Report. I'm your host, Johnnie Market. You all know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you already haven't, give me a follow on Rumble. And just want to do a little disclaimer. Nothing said on this video and on this channel should be construed as financial investment advice. Just my information, my thoughts on the market. If you do invest, make sure you see your financial advisor. So, anyway, let's get into it. How about that gold price today? Look at this. It's unreal. I've been talking about it. I think I was the only one in October of 2023. There were some other people who were bearish. Literally were saying the stocks were going to do better. This guy was a technical analyst saying that, tech is going to bring us a panacea and that go Mars and gold has one run, but look at gold. Greatly, it is kicking some butt today. So $40 at one point. I wish they had like this change for today, but it's doing really well. And it is, let's just go into it. Let's see. Is it outperforming look at that right here. New all-time high. 2938, almost a 3K. I think I'm the only channel that literally said gold's gonna run to 220 to 3,000. Jordan Royburn, I think, is that's it. That's it. Jordan Royburn and me. Someone said two other people, but I looked up, they're always permables. They said it was going to 3K since like 2009 or something. So anyway, permables I don't count. And here it is right here, doing very well. I don't think it's the Trump tariffs. I think the economy is not that good, and they are sniffing out lower rates. Remember, the Fed has cut rates, and it will cut again in the future. Don't know when, but it will be sometime this year, in my opinion. So look at that, doing incredibly well, dragging silver up by the hair, just taking it by the hair and pulling it, yanking it up. Let's see what's silver at right now. When I talk about gold, I do mean silver. I mean, I think silver went up today, but I don't right now it's at 31.80. Yeah. Silver, for whatever reason, does not have. See, this is right now, the market is open, so this is not what it did today. Uh, so I don't know exactly what silver did today, and let me get into the miners a little bit, but a couple of things I wanted to bring into you talking about the market. Here it is. 58% of Goldman Sachs clients expect the US stock market to be the best performing region. This is double the average of the last few years. I didn't know this is up 2.5 below Europe and I don't quote me on this one. This is just a Substack. I do believe it in this. Just gonna hit subscribe. See, I'm on Substack, so you can follow me there. In fact, I already liked it there. So here it is. Most investors expect the U.S. to outperform other regions. Share of clients expecting to be best performing. So you're seeing this bullish, bullish, bullish. So let's get back to gold. But speaking of some. Look at it, gold. This is the GLD up on a yearly basis. Oh wait, no, it's not GLD. This is the SPY, S&P 500 ETF on a yearly basis up 20% right there. So let's see if gold is outperforming the stock market. Everyone talks about it. This is the Dow Jones on a yearly basis, 14%. Let's go to GLD on a 43%. So the gold is outperforming the stock market greatly. Gold is kicking its ass. Now look at silver. Look at that right there. It was wow. It's at $20, up 41%. Not underperforming gold. I think at the end of this bull market, in my opinion, just how I've seen things, if silver really starts outperforming gold, that is another sign to start selling. That's just my opinion, not financial investment advice, but look at that right there. Now, the stocks were up today. Speaking of, I was the only one that told you from the beginning the Trump tariffs are a nothing burger and they should not be paid attention. And I even said, even if they're right, that will cause the market to decline, they're going to answer with QE. So just remember that. And if no one told you that, and you're like, how come no one else said that? And you're not subscribed to this channel, then subscribe. So anyway, there it is, right there. Let's move that over there. But a couple of things I wanted to get into the market. Magnificent Seven trade. And who else puts out their calls like this, like me? Everyone else is gutless. Well, if this happens and this happens and this happens, I at least give you, evidence why I think certain things. I don't like. I had the stock market top call a year or two ago. I didn't do well because obviously it didn't top, and I rescinded that because I was wrong. But so now, but to show how market is this a sign of a top? I have a question. The Magnificent Seven trade is struggling. Look at this. Magnificent Seven trade is struggling. So, so now Meta has missed double-digit gains out of the box. That has done well. Uh, and Amazon is the only component to be up on the year of tune of 5.9%. Now, this is just an article. I don't know what it is at the end of the day. And remember, I forget, we went over the Pelosi portfolio. And I think Amazon she bought. So this doesn't surprise me. She did sell Nvidia and she did sell Apple. I think Amazon and Google. So I guess Mark Zuckerberg didn't want to let her in on some stuff. Mark Zuckerberg's like, hell no, Pelosi. You got enough insiders. You're not getting me. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. That's part of the agreement. Zuckerberg's kissing up to Trump and he's like, all right, all right, all right, Donald, I won't tell Pelosi. All right, she'll have to use the same info we use when it comes to Meta. How about that? So, but anyway, Alphabet, she did buy this. Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, and Tesla are all down year to date. Average drop of 3%. So Magnificent Seven, where is it? Yeah. Oh yeah, these are the futures. So yeah, they're down in the futures. Look at that down, giving back those gains today. Look at that. Tesla, the worst performer of the year. Well, I mean, their owners, their CEO's never there. He's with the government. So it's not all that surprising. All the employees are probably partying now or falling asleep. If what I hear is true about them working all the time. So anyway, there it is. Magnificent Seven is struggling now. Is that I think there'll be a top, but I don't know exactly when. And I think it's going to come sometime this year. But to show more evidence I think the economic data today is a nothing burger. But to show more evidence of the McDonald's, if you look at this, look at that. You want to know one proof the economy is doing poorly? McDonald's misses the target with Q4 earnings as it looks to boost value perception. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, when you're paying $9, like $15 for an extra value meal. Uh, Look at that. McDonald's fast food chain underperform lackluster sales and an E. coli outbreak. That's the crisis of competency, the E. coli E. coli outbreak. But look at that. US same store sales are down 1.4%. So it looks like everyone, like Starbucks, McDonald's, maybe they should just come to the realization the economy stinks. Like everywhere we go, we always have. I'm gonna try to find uh this, but if you look at it, here it is. McDonald's aims to recover foot traffic in 2025. That means people aren't even going into the store. It's not like they're going and buying less. They're not even going there. They can't afford McDonald's. They're going to eat. I had soup tonight, so yeah, I had a can. Good for me. Split pea. I mean, it was actually very good. It actually wasn't a can. I made it. I make my own stuff. I don't. Unless it's beans, I don't really use, and I get the really good stuff. But launch of $5 meal deal. I actually never got that. I'm gonna go try that sometime. CDC declares E. coli in year over year. So look at this. All this. This is like an increase in year over year. Look at the decrease. Even with the $5 meal deal, people are livid. They were probably livid because they're like, why didn't you give us something like this all year round? So that's people probably went in less. They probably went in to try it and they're like, yeah, screw you. E. coli outbreak. And they're probably like, well, McDonald's is such a junk that it probably didn't even matter. And then the McValue meal, mixed bag. So anyway, that is McDonald's. Let's go over to the Bitcoin market and you want to talk about euphoria? Here it is. North Carolina introduces the Bitcoin reserve build. Hold 40,000 Bitcoin. That means they're going to have to buy 40,000 Bitcoin. So when I say there's going to be another run up in Bitcoin and that will be it. And I just think Avi or Ryan Gilday's targets of 128 could be it. But I mean, government buying, remember the brown bottom. That's not a sign of a that can be a sign of a top and not a beginning of a run. So when the create a reserve fund, why don't they buy why don't they buy Farcoin? Like, talk about a reserve bill. They should buy Farcoin. Isn't that a carbon credit? Yeah, they should have a Farcoin reserve. How about that? Have that. Digital assets. So if you look at this, and here's the thing with this sovereign debt crisis, this is going to cause a lot of selling. And here's the other thing. This could be actually be bearish for Bitcoin in the next couple of years because after they buy it, they let's say they have all these funds and they're like, well, we have all these funds and we can either lay off our workers, we can lay off our workers, raise our constituents' taxes, or and so they went, nah, screw this. I'll sell my Bitcoin. We'll sell our Bitcoin. Well, you know what? We'll let the next governor refill the reserves and do all the tough stuff. So this could actually end up being bearish because what would you rather do? Think of it. You're a politician. You're a governor. Do you want to lay off state employees? Do you want to cut taxes? Do you want to cut services? Or do you want to sell those Bitcoins to cover the cost? I think and well, the other thing too is I see if you look at state and local government debt, I might do a video on this. A lot of them are going to crumble and they're going to really, really go down. And that it's not just the sovereign debt it's a sovereign debt bubble, which means not just the treasury market, but the state and local governments, they are also. So what happens when they start going bankrupt? Well, before they go bankrupt, they might start selling their cryptocurrencies and flooding. So this makes sense of the next run up will probably begin with all these governments buying, but then everyone's bought and That's when, and during these economic crises, you see the companies, when they go under, they're going to sell the Bitcoin. Or whoever gets the assets might say, well, I'll just sell this Bitcoin. That's just a corporate debt or sovereign debt. North Carolina has problems. And so they might just say, instead of raising taxes or laying off employees or cutting services, I'm just going to sell my Bitcoin. So anyway, I think eventually this is all going to hit gold and silver, which I think has another year. I think maybe 18 months, 12 to 24 months. So where am I looking for a top? Let's go. So let's do all 61. We're at 41, around 60. I think this could be a breakout. It can go near the highs here. So see, Huey, I look at the $500 mark. Huey Gold Bugs Index. This is when I like looking at these indices. It's like these are my top things. I'll tell them to you. I'm giving you this for free. 582 over 500. It's probably when to start topping out. And let's see, is there another? I'm not gonna get an individual, so. But yeah, like even if you don't own miners, I would look for them because this is the good measure of euphoric. So anyway, on to 3,000 we go for gold and see where it goes. So anyway, that's all I have. Hit that like button if you haven't subscribed. And remember the disclaimer, not financial advice. I will see you next video.